Good morning, student. Myself Manoj Chotia from Raghunath Vidyalaya, Ratangad. Welcome to our new class. We are studying our fourth chapter, Animal Kingdom. This chapter is divided into three parts. First, basis of classification, and second, non-chordata, and third, chordata. In chordata, we divided in three parts: Urochordata, Cephalochordata, and Tetrapoda. Tetrapoda is further divided into four classes: Amphibia, Reptilia, Aves, and Mammalia. Today's our topic is class Amphibia. Amphibia means both, bia means living, means the animals which are live on two conditions or in two habitat are called amphibia. So these are the main characters of amphibia. First, these are mostly amphibious animal, means they can live in two types of habitat, just like aquatic and terrestrial. Second, skin is moist, glandular, and vascular, means skin can transport substances from one place to another place, and skin is also secrete some poisonous or harmonic substances. So it is glandular and vascular, and it is always moist, and it is also a respiratory organ. In these animals can exchange gases by skin also. So these are called it is respiratory. Second, exoskeleton is always absent, means in amphibians exoskeleton, just like nails, hairs, are absent. Next character, endoskeleton is mainly bony. As we know, endoskeleton is of two types, bony and cartilage. So in amphibians, endoskeleton is mainly bony, and skull is dicondylic. You have to remember, and these dicondyle are of occipital pores. So skull is dicondylic. Mouth is wide as all carnivores. In carnivores, mouth is wide. Next, alimentary canal is complete. As we know, digestive system is complete because there is two pore, mouth and anus are present. But in amphibians, alimentary canal is opened by a cloacal apparatus in the place of anus. Mouth, we will study. Mouth is wide as all carnivores, and the second pore of mouth means anus. Second pore is anus, which is opened by cloacal apparatus. Means by this apparatus, urinal system is also open. Excretory system means ejection system is also open, and reproductive system is also open in this apparatus. Next, young of most of amphibians are aquatic and show branchial respiration, while adults show skin or buccopharyngeal or pulmonary respiration. The pulmonary respiration is called whenever the respiration is done by lungs, as in human being. So whenever the exchange of gases is happens by lungs, then this type of respiration is called pulmonary respiration. So whenever these animals lives on terrestrial condition, the lungs can help to exchange the gases. So this type of respiration is called pulmonary respiration. Next, heart is three-chambered. In fishes we see that heart is two-chambered. In amphibia, heart is three-chambered, and whenever the two chamber is present in heart, then one is auricle and one ventricle. Here heart is three-chambered, means two auricle and one ventricle, and RBC is nucleated. Normally whenever we see in human being, RBC is non mononucleated. So these are called red blood carpels because they have lack of nucleus. But amphibians RBC is nucleated hemoglobin biconvex in structure. Brain has 10 pair of cranial nerve. You have to remember, it is very important character. Brain has 10 pair of cranial nerve. Means the CNS means central nervous system. Central nervous system is made of brain and spinal cord, and peripheral nervous system means PNS. PNS is made up of the nerves which arises from brain. So how many pairs of cranial nerve and that nerve are called, which is arises from brain, are called cranial nerve, and how many pairs or how many nerves are arises from brain? So you have to remember, because this character is differentiate in different classes like amphibia, reptilia, mammalia have different pairs of cranial nerve. So in amphibian there is 10 pair of cranial nerves are present. Next, excretory organ is kidney. In all tetrapods, excretory organ is kidney. But which type of kidney? So which are mesonephric, means mesonephric type of kidney are present in amphibia, and they are ureotelic. As we discussed earlier, ureotelic means on the basis of excretory material, animals are of three types: ureotelic, uricotelic and ammonotelic. Mostly fishes are ammonotelic because they need too much ammonia is need too much water to excrete them. And then after ureotelic means they can excrete urea as a excretory material, and whenever the animals excrete uric acid as a excretory material, then they are called uricotelic. So amphibians are ureotelic means they can excrete urea as a excretory material. Next, these are ectothermic or poikilothermic means cold blooded, and whenever they are cold blooded they can show hibernate. Hibernate means winter sleeping, and estivate means summer sleeping. Means whenever these animals obtain too much winter or too much summer, they can go in a sleeping stage, and that sleeping stage makes their metabolic activity very slow, so they can survive easily in these both conditions. Next, sexes are unisexual means both male and female are different, and as we know female is bigger than male. Oviparous means they can reproduce new offspring by eggs. Fertilization may be external. Fertilization can be happen in outside the mother body or female body. That type of fertilization is called external. And indirect development means there is a larva stage is also present, and mostly amphibians larva is called tadpole larva, and larva is differentiate from adult in so many characters, like tadpole has a tail, but adult animal hasn't tail, and tadpole are herbivorous and adults are carnivorous. So these are the differences between larva and adult. So the development is indirect. Now example: rana, buffo, hyla, salamander, ichthyosis are the example of amphibia. So today we studied characters of amphibia. In next class we will take characters of reptilia, and in next class we will study characters of aves and mammalia. So the only 3 classes are remain in this chapter. This is very long and important chapter. You have to study this point very carefully and remember all these points, because in NEET exam there is so many questions arises from these characters. Thank you for today's class.